My name is Lennart. I'm here to talk about our use case on robotics, which we have been working on in the SEB bank. Firstly, maybe a bit about myself. I studied in Tartu mathematics, also got the MBA degree, but in technical university, and then latest educational steps what I have done is regarding data ethics area. If to go to our topic, robotics, then in Baltics we are covering 3 countries. We are formed in 2 teams. Currently, we are responsible for about 120 robots, which are doing about 80 FTEs work. And to find the bigger numbers, then I calculated that we are doing about 4 million repetitive works annually, or the robots are substituting somebody doing it manually. If to talk about robots, then no, you don't see humanoids in a bank, but you see robotic automated processes which Professor David at the beginning already mentioned. And if I mentioned earlier that our team is rather small, but we are covering a very big number of robots, then at one moment I had to use my interest to data and start to quantify our activities. And then we firstly did a mapping, if to take one developer's annual work, then where the time is spent, how many robots actually could developers develop, reached the number about 5, meaning that if we are giving for developers smaller items to develop than 0.2 FTEs, then it's a waste of money of everybody's. And another set of questions what we developed, set of them of 5, was is the process stable? Meaning that if the process will change tomorrow, then we don't have point to develop it currently. Also, are the units agree with temporary increases because it's investment, costing increases, it's an investment. Also, is the processes enough stabilized? And also, do we actually know what's the economical impact or the expected benefit? If you don't know, measure it with clock, multiply with cases, and you get the exact number. And most important maybe was it that are the units agreeing with the new colleagues and new skills what they need to gain. Then we also do the monitoring part, shadowing part, quantify it, make decisions, and then actually development start. This is actually the way how robotic developer desktop looks like. And then starts for me the fun part, monitoring. For monitoring, we have developed several layers. First layer is that we always keep human in the loop. If robot does something wrong, robot is, by the way, employee of the specific unit, then colleague next to it gets a notification and then makes a decision that do it again or do it manually. Then meaning that we are always keeping human control in the process, and if there is a question that is it robots rivals or for the humans, then no. For us, it's also all about collaboration. Then there are some long-term graphs what we have developed, and then here we are calculating exactly that if we keep this fleet of 100 plus robots alive, then what was the actual benefit of every month? Also, what was the contribution? And if to go deeper, then exactly what was the benefit? what was the cost, also how much time of every developer was spent on maintenance versus development. And then based on that, if we have income, if we have cost, of course, we are calculating cost-income ratios. Currently, our department have reached to level 10%. I'm rather happy with it. Always can improve. But we do it also on every single robot level. I have hidden here exactly what the robots are doing, but for every robot we have long-term graphs, items that how many hours this robot saved, how many hours we spent there. Also, we do some capitalization for the maintenance cost, and time to time, more every half year, we are doing then the so-called performance development discussions with robot owners, PDDs, to review, is the robot performing enough, good enough? If we are spending there more time than the benefit is, then maybe it's time to send the robot for a retirement. What's next? Currently, we are working in two directions. Firstly, democratization of automation, meaning that all those automation tools should be available for not only solely developers, but also everybody in the organization. Another angle is robots combining with artificial intelligence. We have several items when we have built brain for the robot, meaning that there is a AI machine learning component which is triggered by the robot, and then we are using the robot just to execute the outcomes from the so-called brain part. Good example maybe to bring here was the robot Leonardo, which was initially started to develop in this house together with students from the Computer Science Institute. They had a call for potential use cases. We had a use case where we had to classify photos. Students did theoretical work, found a potential solution. Later on, we went further with this solution and then retrained the model in-house. And then after that, it has been good kickoff for other similar robots. And the outcome from it was also that addition to some FTE saving or time saving, then we also have very motivated employees because real front people can see that with rather small contribution, great things could happen. And to sum up, actually, I would quote my employer, Mr. Wallenberg, from the 1946, what he said to his brother, that to move from old to new is the only tradition worth keeping. And I think that the theme of today's day is exactly carried out from this old quote. So thank you.
Thank you, Lennart, for your small speech and sharing us the SEB Estonia robotics case study. I am really curious about the amount you have been invested, actually, but I will not ask about that. Since technology and robotics, it requires a rather high amount of money. But in my mind, actually, most crucial part is human side. So I will dig in more to the human side. What is your experience or perception if you think about the people, accounting, and finance areas? So, what was the success factor for you to run those robots? And were there some problems that you would explain that we should maybe put more attention on certain aspects in order to avoid some problems?
To start, maybe from the boring side, is that um, quite often maybe different departments don't know what life brings, meaning that sometimes more stable developments are about to come, and then we are forerunning with robots. So communication-wise could be improved, but what has been the problematics when the robots are ready? Then we have seen that some people are competing with robots. So even though robot is waiting and does the work in maybe in 15 minutes time, then but I can do it myself. So what was the purpose for the robot development if you could do it anytime yourself? So competing with machines is always ongoing, but success angle is those developers who have like been very curious of different technologies. Those have been the very good examples that if they are interested in different AI technologies, OCR, optical character recognition technologies, or some text processing, or we are investigating also some language models. Then, and since I have also in my team data scientists, then combining those different skills and curiosity from both sides, this has been like a key successor.
Let me check the questions on the workshop. Not questions yet, but this competition between human and robots is ongoing, and it will be in the future siding us as well. So if you think about SEB case as such, would you shed some light about personnel who were involved in those development projects? What was the combination of different profiles? And I mean, again, accounting and finance personnel, or who were involved in those development projects?
If to start back where we started in 6-7 years ago, then it was a lot of real development organization with architects, with some product development or some more technical skills. And if we came to the production, then yeah, finance was also one of our areas where we helped. But then came in the how narrow or wide these finance processes are, or the process carriers are, that is there able to change anything or do it as it is. So bit of cutting edges, or oppositely, that what if we would enlarge the scope for some potential use cases, and also to recognize what is the most time-consuming process, which is like most repetitive, most maybe simple to replace, because here we have some very long processes. If it's, I don't know, annual report generation, then yeah, it is very huge, but it's once in a year. So if we would develop it, how big would be then actually the benefit compared to if to find daily things what we could automate?
Thank you. Now we have several questions popping up at the workshop. So I start with the AI question. How do you see that robots and AI will change the future jobs content of this industry? And what will be the main challenges if robots and AI take over? The challenges.
Why should they take over? We are developing both sides, robots and AI, and we are controlling the system. And of course, they are changing the same examples that you need to work side by side. Our case example was about robots. You don't need to compete with robots to get some loan application to on your desk. Well, the robots are for distribution. The same with large language models. Using ChatGPT, well, yeah, it's a tool. Why should it take over yet?
I certainly agree with you that we still are in charge of those processes, and I hope that your statements took away some fear of people that we might have.
No, we just need to change our way of working.
Exactly, but if there are too many routines already ticked in our everyday life, so it's not easy to change. But we have a question about business intelligence. Where you see the biggest unused potential value of business intelligence for the SEB group?
Business intelligence, I can't fully speak about SEB Group because I more see a Baltic angle of it. But if to talk about reporting side and insights generation, then yeah, we have portals of different business views, business intelligence portals. They are rather old-fashioned, meaning that they are generating some long wallpapers or even some nicer dashboards, but insight generation using the same language models, asking questions in natural language from data warehouse, not querying it themselves. This is the way what we are moving. Also, the previous presenter, Sirli, was mentioning the public data, connecting it. There is definitely a lot of benefit to gain. And also, Estonian case is a good example because state doing a lot of work for us. So I think that the collaboration also with governmental institutions can be much better.
So basically, your innovation projects are not tight with connected with one country only, but it's more at the group level, as I understood.
Yeah, I'm working with Baltics.
Okay. And now we have a question about AI again and robots and AI. They seem to be in a hand by hand going. Can anybody work with robots and AI, or person should have specific education on that? Working with the robots and AI, and again education.
I'm not sure if there are specific curriculums. If I think on my team, then two of them are economics. One of them is in mathematics. One of them business administration again. So it's actually a lot of about economy and economics. Some engineers as well, yeah.
Yeah, this seems like our Delta building actually. The composition of the different areas is the same: math, robotics, and computer science with education in economics and business administration. So
Exactly, it's very cool.
yeah, this is teamwork basically that helps us to survive with the robots and to work with the robots in the future. Thank you very much, Lennart, for your insightful case study. And now we will have a refreshment break.